Hello everyone, hoping everyone is having a good one. If you are new here, end up enjoying today's content, all I can ask you to do is to go ahead and hit that like button and red subscribe button as well. We do roster update predictions every Saturday and Sunday, regardless of whether there is a roster update the upcoming Friday. Now you can also follow me on all social medias and ask me any direct questions in terms of roster update, same name as the YouTube channel username for the social medias. And if you do have any spare time, go ahead and check out some of the other dope MLB The Show content we drop on this channel. Now we're going to be doing this early investments section for hitters just a little bit different. I'll tell you guys the tier and what they need to do in order to hit that tier. So we're going to start with Gary Sanchez. Now I see him going up to gold, and in order to do that, he's going to have to maintain his batting average against right-handed pitching and his slugging percentage against right-handed pitching. And you might be wondering why, so we'll go into statistics here. So to start it off, his 3-year averages against left-handed pitching is 251 batting average, 548 slugging percentage, versus right-handers is 237 batting average, 475 slugging percentage. So this year, 2019, he only has 7 at-bats against left-handed pitching. So unfortunately, those stats are thrown in the garbage since it's not enough to actually validate and attribute update on his left-handed stats. So we're going to go to his right-handed stats. He's currently hitting 262 and slugging 689, both higher than his 3-year averages. So in order for him to go ahead and get those attributes increased against right-handed pitching, he needs to maintain his batting average and maintain his slugging percentage against right-handers. Now when I say maintain, I don't mean that he has to increase it or exactly keep it the same. In general, when I say maintain, I'm saying they can't drop that batting average by more than, let's say, 15 points, and they can't drop that slugging percentage by more than, let's say, 75 points, or else the update or upgrade, I should say, goes out the window. Next one on our list is MELKY CABRERA. Now I see the tier being silver, and in order for him to go silver, he needs to maintain his batting average against righties and his slugging percentage against righties. Now his 3-year averages against lefties is pretty good. He's hitting 301, slugging 486, versus right-handers he's hitting 285, slugging 409 in terms of 3-year averages. In 2019 so far, he has enough at-bats against lefties for his numbers to count. He's currently hitting 375, slugging 594, versus right-handers he's currently hitting 328, slugging 448. So clearly, in order for those right-handed numbers to be increased, he needs to maintain these numbers, and he also could get a little boost to his power versus left if he's able to maintain at least a 550 slugging percentage. Now his average against lefties, I think that's going to drop just because it's hard to maintain a 375 batting average. Next on our list is Josh Reddick. Now he did receive an upgrade in the previous, or I should say in yesterday's roster update prediction, but the only thing he was upgraded on was his contact versus right and his vision versus right. So we're going to look at his 3-year averages here. Versus left-handers, he's hitting 288, slugging 471, versus right-handers 286, slugging 439. So he's a good hitter in terms of average, and in terms of slugging, he has pop. So 2019, he only has 14 at-bats so far against lefties, so that's not enough to actually validate him. So keep an eye on him. If they face any left-handed pitchers, you're going to want to keep an eye on how Josh Reddick does against them, because he's currently hitting 286 against them, slugging 571, and if he's able to maintain these numbers against left-handed pitchers, then obviously a guaranteed upgrade is coming for him against left-handed, especially in terms of power. Versus right-handers, he's hitting 354, slugging 451. To me, in order for him to get a power upgrade, he needs to increase that slugging percentage versus right-handers, get it at least to 480, maybe 490, and he could receive a couple of points that could help him go gold at the end of the day. I do believe that he is a gold candidate, and he's one of the closest ones out of all the ones we have. Next on our list is DEJONG. Now his averages have been versus left-handers, he's hitting 246, slugging 483, versus right-handers 278, slugging 498. Now these are 3-year averages. In 2019, he has 17 at-bats against left-handers. He's hitting 353 against them, slugging 765, versus right-handers, he's hitting 318, slugging 536. So I say he goes gold. And in order for him to go gold, I just say he has to maintain that batting average and that slugging percentage against right-handers, and he's going to be good to go. Now, he is currently facing the Cubs, and the Cubs got a couple of southpaws, so he's going to get more at-bats against left-handers. Therefore, his numbers against lefties are going to either keep increasing or decreasing, and that might fluctuate how much of an upgrade he receives, because he can receive, let's say, an 81, 82 gold, and currently his defense is number 2 in the game in terms of shortstops, above Simmons and behind Simeon. I believe that's how you pronounce his name. So definitely a candidate for diamond if he's able to maintain this pace of play and able to maintain this defense that he currently has going on. Next on our list is TREY MANCINI. I see him going up to a silver, and what I see going up for him is his left-handed attributes, because he has been killing it. So he has enough at bats versus lefties, but we'll go into the 3-year averages first. So against lefties so far, or his 3-year averages, he's hitting 270, slugging 421. Versus right-handers, he's hitting 275, slugging 482. So clearly good average numbers. Slugging numbers, right-handed side is favored I should say. And then in 2019 versus left-handers, he's currently hitting 389, slugging 694. Versus right-handers, he's hitting 305, slugging 524. Clearly both of them are above his 3-year averages, and I do believe that he's going to get an increase to his left-handed attributes, therefore pushing him to silver. I see this happening without a problem, especially if he's able to maintain how hot he's been into this week and half of next week. Next on our list is going to be MARKAKIS. Now, I see him going up to a gold. His 3-year averages are versus left-handers, he's hitting 280. Versus right-handers, he's hitting 294, slugging 409. Versus left-handers, slugging 421 against right-handers. Now this year against left-handers, he's currently hitting 313, slugging 375. Versus right-handers, he's hitting 325, slugging 500. So in order for MARKAKIS to go gold, he needs to desperately maintain that slugging percentage above a 500 against right-handers, and if it's possible in any way, he needs to increase it against left-handers too. If he's able to get the left-handed slugging at least to, I want to say, a 450, and maintain the right-handed slugging above a 500, he will 100% go gold without a problem. He was already a gold last year. Next on our list is Jason Heyward. Now Jason Heyward, he has diamond fielding already, so for him to go gold, all he needs is a good upgrade to his hitting. If it hits a silver tier, he's hitting gold tier. Now his 3-year averages against left-handers has been 282 batting average, 387 slugging percentage, so that's extremely low. Versus right-handers, he's been hitting 265, slugging 410. Those are also extremely low slugging numbers, especially for a left-handed batter. Now this year against left-handers, he's currently hitting 381, slugging 524. Versus right-handers, he's hitting 294, slugging 500. In order for him to go gold, all he needs to do is maintain these slugging numbers. If he keeps both of them above a 475, he'll be good to go, especially against left-handed pitching. If he's able to keep that number above a 475 by the next Wednesday, then I'd say he's a good to go guy in terms of going gold. Next on our list is Carlos Santana. Now I see him going gold as well. His 3-year averages against left-handers is 265, slugging 450, versus right-handers 243, slugging 435. Now this year against left-handers, he's currently hitting 367, slugging 533, versus right-handers 292, slugging 458. Now all he really needs to do to get that gold upgrade is maintain that batting average against right-handers. I'd say a good number is maintaining it above a 275. If he keeps it at 285, that'd be perfect. And the slugging is just maintaining it at 450. But it's important in particular for him to keep that slugging against left-handed pitching above a 500. I think that will help him out a lot. But all he really needs, in my personal opinion, is those numbers against right-handers to go up in terms of contact. And the way that goes up is by him keeping that batting average up against right-handed pitching. Next guy on our list is Brandon Lowe. Now, I see him going up to a high bronze, but he is definitely a hold for silver candidate, meaning that you can hold him and he has the possibility of hitting that 75 overall if you don't want to sell him off if he does get an upgrade. Now, his 3-year averages are pretty low. Versus left-handers, he's hitting 218, slugging 473. Versus right-handers, he's hitting 278, slugging 523. So clearly a power hitter here. In 2019, he's currently hitting 261 against left-handers, slugging 478. So the slugging is on pace with his 3-year average. Versus right-handers, he's currently hitting 325, slugging 1.014. So he has doubled the slugging against right-handers. In order for him to get another upgrade or an upgrade to bring him to a high bronze, I'd just say he has to keep that slugging versus right above at least a 650 and keep that batting average above a 300 and he's good to go. Versus lefties, he just has to keep that batting average above a 250 and the slugging doesn't really matter since he is at his current pace. So if he keeps it around the 470s, that power versus left wouldn't even be touched, but I definitely see him going up to becoming a high bronze, possible for him to be a hold for silver candidate. Last but not least, we got KETEL MARTE. Now, his 3-year averages are averages against lefties 301, slugging versus lefties 547, averages against righties 239, slugging against righties 381. But this year against lefties, he's currently hitting 318, slugging 705, versus righties 253, slugging 506. So in order for him to go and hit that silver tier, all he honestly needs to do is keep that batting average against righties above 250 and keep that slugging against righties above 475, and he'll get those 2 little upgrades to his right-handed attributes and he'll hit silver without a problem. So these were kind of early investments, and most of these players, I think all of them except for Brandon Lowe, are possible tier changes. So you check out which ones have a low price, you keep an eye on their statistics in real life games, and you go ahead and invest smartly. Now that I gave you guys some players that are good early investments, I hope you all did enjoy the video. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, red subscribe button, and if you have any spare time, go ahead and check out some of the other dope MLB The Show content we drop. We got a video dropping at 5:15 and at 9:15, and also remember that tomorrow is the pitchers update predictions or early investments, so make sure you tune into that, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace out.